Hello everybody. We are cutting firewood, and I don't know if you can tell what kind of firewood this is or not, but it's actually locust. And we've done videos on this before. We're just doing another one here to show you how fresh this is and talk to you about cutting locust. You saw with my chainsaw there, it took me a while to cut through that. Two reasons why. My chain's kind of dull, I need to sharpen it. Number two, locust is a very hard wood. But there's this misconception that you can't split it with a splitting maul, and I'm going to show you how easy it actually is to do. We did a video earlier showing it. We're going to do another one, but a lot of people think oak is the best wood to use for firewood. It burns hot, it burns slow, it burns for a long time. Locust does too. I prefer locust, and for one benefit that locust has that oak doesn't, and that is that it's a faster growing tree. To get an oak tree about this big enough to use for firewood, you're looking at about 25 years. With the locust tree, it's about 12 or 15 years. They grow almost like weeds. We're in Albemarle County, Virginia, and you know that's a very historic location. And we know you know about the Lewis and Clark expedition. Well, Albemarle County, Charlottesville, actually in town, just outside of town, a place called Ivy, is the birthplace of Meriwether Lewis. And the name of his home is Locust Hill. And it was thousands of acres, the original land, but it's been chopped up and sold so many times, it's very small now. But there were locust trees everywhere. It's why it was called Locust Hill. Now this is 200 years ago. People grew locust because of the fact that it grew so fast. They could use it for lumber, fence posts, rails, and firewood, and it would multiply quicker than oak, okay? And they didn't have splitters, gas-powered electric splitters, mechanical splitters back then. They used axes and mauls. So, with no further ado, and no longer history lesson, I'm gonna show you how easy it actually is. Now here's the key. If you cut down a locust tree and try to split it with a maul, as soon as you cut it down, you're probably not gonna split it. But we cut ours down 6 months ago. It was dying, so we went ahead and took it down so we could get some use out of it. We've had it facing east to west, so that when the sun comes up in the mornings in the east, it'll suck the moisture out of the veins on the east side, and then in the afternoon as it's going down in the west, it'll suck the moisture out of the veins on the west side. You give it 6 months to air out like that, and it's still somewhat of a fresh cut, but it's easier to split, and I'm going to show you. So, I'll just grab one here. See, we just cut this one with the chainsaw. Now we have a smaller wood stove. It has, I think, a 14-inch burn unit inside of it, so that's why these are a little bit shorter. I'm not trying to cheat and make it easier. I just want to make sure these fit in our wood stove. Always make sure that you wear eye protection. And this is just a 3.5 pound splitting maul. And remember, use gravity, not brute strength, because I don't have any brute strength. Just let it fall. And look at that. It's a nice piece of firewood. Come around the side. It's another nice piece. So this isn't hard. It's a nice piece. We'll get this one. Look at that. Nothing to it. So there's Locust. So you let it dry out for about 6 months and you're not going to have a hard time splitting it. Because it multiplies so much quicker than oak, I personally think that Locust is the best firewood you can burn.